Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Hi everybody. This is my book about Frog and Toad are friends. And you know what? Look I have them right here. They came to see you. Look at Ribbit, Ribbit. Hi everybody. This is Toad and Frog, and I love their books, and I'm going to sit them right here to listen while I read you one of their stories. Maybe you already know about Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad are friends, and this one is called Spring. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. "Toad! Toad!" shouted Frog. "Wake up! It is spring!" "Blah!" said a voice from inside the house. "Toad! Toad!" cried Frog. "The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up!" "I am not here," said the voice. Look at that. He's so excited that it's spring. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. "Toad, where are you?" called Frog. "Go away," said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. "Help," said Toad. "I cannot see anything." Oh, one friend's so excited and one so sleepy. "Don't be silly," said Frog. "What you see is the clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it," said Frog. "We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars." "You can count them, Frog," said Toad. "I will be too tired. I am going back to bed." Oh, someone's very sleepy. Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed and he pulled the covers over his head again. "But Toad," said Frog, "you will miss all the fun." "Listen, Frog," said Toad. "How long have I been asleep?" "Well, you've been asleep since November," said Frog. "Well then," said Toad, "a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog." Look at, he's all covered over, just hiding under his covers. "But Toad," said Frog, "I will be lonely until then." Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, the February page, and the March page. He came to the April page, and Frog tore off the April page too. What do you think he's gonna do? Oh boy. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. "Toad, Toad, wake up, it is May now." "What?" said Toad. Can it be May so soon?" "Yes," said Frog. "Look at your calendar." Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. "Why, it is May," said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. Oh, did he fool his friend? I think so, but I think that they were going to have a great time together. This story is for little Joanna. It's a little book with a little star, and I'm going to sing a little song. Hi, Joanna. Grandma misses you so much. And here's a little book called Twinkle, Twinkle, You're My Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little one, your precious life has just begun. You fill the world with hope and light. Hi, Joanna. My special child, you shine so bright. Look at that. Twinkle, twinkle, you're my star. I love you just the way you are. haven't got to see Joanna in a while, and she's walking now, starting to talk, and I miss her so much. I've seen her, but I haven't been able to hold her in over 3 months. So anyway, she's my little star. And here's another fun one. Mary had a little lamb. Would you like a lamb for a pet? Hi. Hi, everybody. Bah. Bah. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Look at that cute little lamb. Bah. This is for Joanna too. Everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Look at that. The lamb's going to a dress store. What if Mary went to McDonald's? The lamb would go to McDonald's. I wonder where else the lamb could go. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. Followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. But the lamb didn't know that. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. Wouldn't that be fun to see a little lamb in school? It'd make me laugh and play too. Made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. Bye, 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 Joanna. And this is another book that Joanna's mommy gave me to read. It's called Ruby Finds a Worry. Have you ever worried about anything? I think we've all worried about something. Oh, how am I going to get my homework done on time? Or what if my mommy gets sick? What am I going to do? Lots of things to worry about. So this is about a little girl named Ruby, and Ruby finds a worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing a pie. That looks like what all my grandkids do on my swing set. And she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry, maybe just something little she was worried about. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved to do. Is she swinging anymore? No, instead she's thinking about what she was worried about. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you can do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. And it took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Ooh, she really has a big worry, doesn't she? Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? Look at him. Everybody has worries sometimes, don't they? It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. And soon both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for very long. And what did Ruby do to get rid of her worry? She just had to talk to someone about it. And you know what? There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you." And you know what? If there's no one else you can talk to about a worry, we can always talk to God, can't we? But it's good when we have a worry to go to our moms or our dads or a friend and a teacher. And you know what? Just like she found out that little boy had a worry. And now a worry isn't something we can physically see like this, is it? It actually isn't like that, but sometimes in our imagination, a worry can become bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes just a little worry can overtake us. When I was a little girl, I learned a song that said, "Why worry when you can pray? Trust Jesus, he'll be your stay." And the song went on to say other things, but I always knew that I could talk to my mom or I could talk to a friend. And mostly, even now that I'm old, if I have a worry, I can talk to God, and I'm thankful that I can. So I'm going to say good night right now. Goodbye to all of you kids. I miss you all so much. I'm going to throw you a big kiss. Mwah! Did you get it? I hope so. Bye.
Amen.